Hi, I'm Koppi, and welcome to the Masters Solo Queue series for the first split of Season 12. Today, we are reviewing and analyzing my stream footage, including the good, the bad, and the factors behind these, as I made my way to Master Rank. Hopefully, this series helps you in your Apex rank grind and decision making. As usual, feel free to comment if you have questions or suggestions for content you'd like to see in this channel. Let's get to it. Okay, so in this next clip, I think for this episode, for the meantime, we're talking about instances wherein there's either bad teamwork from my end or bad teamwork from my team. Though in some of these clips, I was really tilted and pissed. I think I kind of regretted it because I really can't blame other people because their skills are beyond my control. And if they perform badly, I should just remember that once upon a time, I was just like them. And it's not like I'm that good either, and I'm not that perfect either. So I really can't expect perfection all the time, especially if you're solo queuing. So keep a cool head. Hopefully that helps you perform better. Anyways, moving on to the video. Okay, so in this case, a random squad landed from the heavens. The moment I noticed this, I started preparing for combat. And I immediately took high ground. I don't know, I really just have a habit of taking the high ground. And surprisingly, somebody landed near me. I fortunately won this fight, getting a shield swap. I think someone was finished off by one of my teammates. You can see he's giving away his location because of his gunfire. I miss my shots, I strafe, but I'm in the open. That's actually a really big no-no there because I was quite in the open. Two people can shoot me. It's a good thing I managed to react as soon as possible to prevent being knocked. So it seems like one of my teammates downed another one. And then there's only one guy left. And I think we'll be able to win this. So you can see Bloodhound actually pushed quite far. And the Pathfinder, the only one left from that squad, is fleeing away. I remember this clearly because I tried to chase him down. I tried to chase him down. I tried to push him, but because he's a Pathfinder, he moves and flanks faster. And he's actually in a direct trajectory towards one of my teammates. I come to his aid. It seems like, oh my god, he has a flatline. That's probably one of the only benefits of high DPI or high sense that I know of, is you can rotate your knockdown shield fast enough that the rotation trick for getting easy finishes will not work on you. In this case, that totally saved Pathfinder's life. And me, I really had to improve my aim. It took me time to kill that one. So, as I was reviving this Pathfinder, I think we get third-partied here. Get a shield swap. I should actually, one tip that I forgot to apply here, and also because I only recently learned about it, is leaving down an Evo shield for your teammate. If you leave down an Evo shield for your down teammate after you revive them, if they get shot at, they won't immediately go back down. I think pros do this, like whenever they rest someone, they drop a shield for someone. One rests, the other gives them a shield. So at least not a lot of teammates stay down for too long. So Pathfinder immediately went down. I heard the auto queue. There is an Ash on the roof. And this is a third party. It's a 2v3 situation. But it's not like I have a choice, I have to fight this. Bloodhound broke one of their shields. That's good. I'm taking high ground. We have a Horizon. Okay. That's a good scan. I can totally see Horizon and where she's positioning herself. Okay. Getting the first shot in is really crucial in the fight. So I got a bit more aggressive here. I cracked her. I should have just ridden her Q here. I didn't know why I flew. Okay, there's one more thing. I think I mentioned this clip in one of my shorts as well. If you'd like to watch that, is to play around the cover. You can see that I was actually at a disadvantage. If all those Prowler shots hit me, I would have I would have gone down. But the disadvantage of burst weapons is they just keep firing. You can't stop them at the 4th or the 3rd bullet. They just keep firing 5 bullets. So in this case, because I played around the cover, not a lot of those bullets hit. Okay, the moment that the Ash started shooting at me, I think Bloodhound came in. So that's a good swap. I charge my shields. Bloodhound takes some damage. I can see Ash, she's healing there. She's in the open. She goes down. I need to give Bloodhound time to heal. That means I'm just gonna push the last one. There's only one person left. So I managed to shred Loba. And then I really choked this. Man, really just pisses me off. And then now he's really low. I'm really pissed. And Bloodhound is nowhere to be found. You see how we just fell? If Bloodhound was here, and you can see from the earlier clips, Bloodhound could actually pack damage. He cracked Ash's shields. He also helped out with Horizon. But at this moment, you can see that he's quite far and he's looking way ahead of the map. Which, this could have gotten us a lot of KP if we actually won this fight. But I don't know why he went there. So if you're one of these types of teammates, be more of a consistent team player, please. But I'm not so sure. Maybe Bloodhound is a bad trauma with the ranking system, so I can't really understand. Maybe at the time I was feeling not very confident anymore. Where the fuck are you? Yeah, so I got tilted. Sorry about that. Really pissed. Ugh. So what happened eventually was I died. 2 of us died. Bloodhound stalled for a very long time outside the zone to get our banners. There wasn't a third party, so Bloodhound got us out, resurrected us, I think. Yeah. And I was still super tilted, but Bloodhound died outside the zone because he arrested us outside of the zone, but he kept looting at that area, which is a bad idea. And at this point, I'm a bit more ruthless. So placement is more important. It's round 3. The ring already hurts. I don't really have a lot of good weapons. Couldn't recover his banner. I think me and Pathfinder managed to get... Yeah. Wait, what happened here? Yeah, me and Pathfinder, I think, made it to barely 4th place. Which is, I guess, good enough. Because I didn't know how to heal my shields and I had a blind spot behind me. See? It's really a tight zone. Anyways, on to the next clip. Okay, so in this clip, you can see that there are still 6 squads left. And it's already a small ring. And we're kind of in the middle, actually. So it's a pretty bad spot. Because for all I know, if there are 6 squads, you just assume the worst case scenario. So there's a squad coming from here, which is in front of me. There's likely a squad that is going to rotate from the farther corners of the map to go to the location behind us. So we're setting ourselves up for a really bad sandwich here. So you can see that there's a squad that landed there. My teammate spotted someone else here. Okay. I have already been pinging them so bad that we need to rotate as soon as possible. We need to go around this location so I can launch and reposition us somewhere that is more controllable so we can hold that angle. But for some reason, Bloodhound and I think just Bloodhound doesn't listen to me in this game. So he just kept insisting on that position. Now, why is that position so bad? Well, you can see that from my angle and behind me, it's also quite an open area. This is a very open angle and it's a really good sandwich position. So you won't want to be in a sandwich position. Okay, there's one squad there. And here, I'm really surprised about this move by the other squad. 2 of them jump padded the Bloodhound, and it's not like they have a lot of information. So this was a greedy gamble. This was a greedy push. And they were looking at him, totally ignoring me, and I have a flatline. Almost cracked that one. But I only saw Octane clearly. I didn't expect... I thought I'm going to take this one down. But yeah, this is when I realized that there's two of them. I whiffed the end of the flatline again. Now, because there's another one there, I'm pretty sure the one I actually beamed is just healing somewhere. And it's a good thing that he was healing in the open and not behind that box. I instantly flicked. I should have revived Bloodhound here right away, but he was still in the open. He was still peeking the other guy. He's not assuming that because of this clash, other squads are going to come rushing in. Because everybody in the map gets notified that there's someone killing and someone's going down and all that. They're going to look for blood. So I figured, yeah, I should just finish the squad, right? And that's a well-timed missile swarm. Because Bloodhound's movement will be really impacted. I take him down. One of their squad mates has a self-res. And then, as expected, the third party arrives. I think that's two people. I immediately just scram. Because the third party coming from that side is probably the first of our many fears. There's probably another squad around the north side. So here, if you can see my mouse, here. And the other squads are likely around the circle as well. They're slowly positioning themselves around the ring. I leave Horizon. I need to survive replacement. And the ring is really shrinking. Yeah, I was tilted. Sorry. You know, competitive games really get on your nerves sometimes. Okay, so I managed to land here, but my main mistake was I'm not really good at ratting. So I guess one lesson I learned from this is if you rat, don't peek in the open. Take your time outside the ring or at the edge of the ring. Be as unsuspecting as possible and don't fire shots. What I did here was I could have actually went for 4th place here or 3rd place, but I just couldn't wait. You can see that I'm already this close at the edge of the ring. A lot of people are probably going in this ring for placement. But the moment I saw Octane, I started just firing. And then there's that other guy. See? And the moment that there's two of them firing at me at the same time, man, I was like, oh yeah, game over. Okay, so this is one of those matches where, yeah, I'm really in fault. Because I was really tilted at this point of the stream because of the recent team play, teamwork mechanics that I've been experiencing as playing solo queue. I started playing extra passive and my teammates were also passive. Now what happened in this case is I developed a severe case of tunnel vision. It was the final clash. The final clash really went bad. Okay, the ring started shrinking. You have to push. My eyes were set on the squad hiding behind that cover. I didn't know at the time that my teammates were focusing on the other squad, which is to my left. And at that point, I really just blacked out. I was just focusing here. See? Just focusing, healing. That is a weird... And they're also fighting a bit. But that's the annoying thing. They didn't really tell me if we're pushing left or right. So I just went for right because I can see the Bloodhound is already here. So I pushed. And I totally forgot that Bloodhound went behind my back now. Pushing right. And you can see I actually radioed them about this, but they totally ignored me, I guess. Tunnel vision syndrome for all of us. And this is what happened. Almost got wraith. And this is when I woke up. Yeah, I just woke up and finally realized my mistake. But I started blaming them about it. Even cursed in the process. See? Yeah, I think the natural response of humans is if they fail is blame it on others. At least I need to work on that. This is mostly my fault. If I just pushed with my squad on the left side earlier, which is now my right side, we could have actually won because these guys are just a 2-pair. I'm not sure about the other squad though. Open, 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 open. And this is one of the things I actually didn't understand at the time. They won and finished the other squad, but they weren't giving me enough cover so I can rest in the open. So as I was trying to rest here, you can see that they're still hiding in that angle. They're quite intimidated by this guy. To the point that the Pathfinder, which I saw at the edge of my sight, still managed to peek. If they covered that angle, I could have pulled off a rest. Here, here. So you can see that they're still hiding behind that cover. Alone, alone. And you can, it's not like their health is really low. I think at this point I should have just committed to the self-rest, but I was too panicky. I died. I was tilted. We lost. End of story. Second place. It's just bad team play. In that case, I think what I can recommend if you're having tunnel vision problems is to breathe a bit, think, and never stop looking at your team. Because if you stop looking at your team for a minute, you may miss out the loop, especially if they're not communicating very well. If you have a very talkative bunch of people that talk a lot, that's much better. But if they are not talking, just look at them. If their play is really that bad and you know that is going to fail, don't come with them, play passive, risk ratting around, I guess. So in this part of the clip, this is less about team play but more on game awareness. So what happened here is me and my squad, I noticed that there's an enemy up here. Because we're still thirsty with KP, though with 2 kills and 3 assists with the current ranking system, I don't actually see a point in adding more kills because you're not going to benefit it if you have high placement at this point. I don't know why I'm still playing aggressively here. So you can see I started pushing them alone, threw a grenade. They're just holed up there and my teammates are on the way. They have a bloodhound. I'm burning someone. That's a nice burn. Okay, so they're really going to be pushed. They're going to be forced to push to us, and they have less HP than us. So I started shooting this guy. I don't know how Valkyrie survived, and I don't know why I switched targets to this day. I think it's just the heat of the moment. You really forget to think at times. But for you guys, I think what we can learn from this is if you manage to shred one of your enemies and you can finish them off and there's another target in front of you, finish them off first, because that Valkyrie came back to bite us later. And here you can see Bloodhound immediately ran inside here. The zone is right behind him. He's going to close the door. And guess what me and my team did? We tried to break inside. He's just waiting there with his gun. The moment we broke down the door, he shot at us and it really cost us a lot. This is a bad kick. Don't do this. Especially if the zone is that painful. You know that he's going to die inside either way if he doesn't open that door, right? And look at the damage it gave us. Now, remember that part where I said the Valkyrie is going to come back? Well, she brought a friend. And I died by the zone. Bangalore also did outside the zone. Lifeline's harder to self-res outside. There was no winning this. So it's just the bloodlust. It's just bloodlust trying to really get those kills without paying attention to the zone. We could have just held the angle of the zone longer just to keep them out, since the pressure will be on them. But we didn't, so we lost. Okay, so I guess this is that other shitty team play game that I had. I actually did well at the first part of this game. You can see that I already have 3 kills, but classic Koppi. I choke when it matters the most. And in this case, this happened. So there's one squad here hiding near the replicator where I'm facing, and there's a rat on my right. And I dealt with this quite badly. The rat is doing well though, really punishing us when we're focusing on the other squad. It divided us in a way, but that's also my fault. I should have focused on the other squad because we're doing a good job against them. I should have assisted Ash right away to help her push the one hiding behind the replicator because they're already done by one teammate. But I didn't. Look what I did. I just went to this location instead. I still kept playing passive even if we had upper hand. At this point, please note that I already know that there's one rat. There's one squad with only one member. I don't know why I focused on that one member instead. So as I was preoccupied here with Lifeline, Ash was just solo pushing the other one, or harassing the other squad. We should have teamed up with her there, but we didn't, sadly. Okay, you can see Ash is already low. I'm still not helping them out. I'm still healing here because I'm busy with Pathfinder. And I'm missing my shots. Happens. You can see that Lifeline and Ash almost got them. But because I wasn't there, they lost by just one person. If I was there, we could have actually won that. So, I lost this. Yep, quite a tilting experience. And whenever I watch these things, I really feel bad for my teammates because those were really close calls, and it's not like everybody has a easy time or has time to push ranked anyways. Most people can only push ranked whenever they can. It's not like they can do it 5-10 hours a day. I mean, me, I can do it 4 to 5 hours a day at most, but that's tiring. I still have other things to do. Anyways, that is all for this episode. Thank you for watching. If this video helped, please smash the buttons indicated in the box. If you do, may you hear those satisfying sounds in your game and help the channel. This has been Koppi, and this is my mechanism. Have fun